Being recorded. Namaste, everyone. So, if you don't want to become part of history, you need to
India.
keep quiet.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
We have been fast.
डॉक्टर साहब बाद में मुझे बताइएगा क्लास 4 लेजर क्या होता है, मेरी पिंचिंग नर्वस के बारे में बाद में बता सकते हैं कुछ?
Uh, we will do it on Sunday, huh?
संडे
So,
को.
we have the time to talk.
ओके.
Okay.
Okay. So, namaste, everyone. So, we'll begin as usual with 3 ohms. And before we do that, let's establish the group consciousness. Think of everybody who is here within you. Take a deep breath in.
Oh.
Now, our usual disclaimer, when you attend this session, you do so with the understanding that you're responsible for your own well-being. Life in Yoga and our volunteers like me and others don't take responsibility for the outcome of your participation here. So please exercise caution in whatever you're doing. The recommendation or the requirement of yoga is there can be no strain whatsoever in whatever you do. Everything that you do must be done with such mild effort, whereby you can have meditative engrossment within yourself. A good way to ensure that is to make sure you're watching your breath all the time and make sure the breath is always slow and smooth. And this is, of course, when you're doing any breathing or physical movement practices, keeping the awareness of the breath to make sure it is slow and smooth. But whenever you're doing any kind of visualization or sound vibrations, then you don't need to worry about that. So keeping this in mind, let's begin with the chakra vibrations. I see some new people today. So the chakra vibration has to be done in a way where it is all about keeping a focus along the middle of the body. So you visualize, and the middle of the body is called the central channel or the Sushumna Nadi. And this is what is associated with, in the physical domain, with specific organ systems in that particular area, according to yoga system. And it also has a psychological element where it talks about orientation within that makes you who you are. But nevertheless, what we do is when we start with this chakra vibration, focusing in the middle of the body from the perineum to the middle of the top of the head, we end up, what we say, clearing our communication as a spiritual cosmic system who we are between our spiritual being and our mental being. And that helps to resolve any kind of mental issues within us, whether it is minor as having any kind of anxiety, anger, depression, these kinds of things, frustrations with any situation that's bothering. And of course, all of us suffer from it based upon situational element, but immediately we get over as we let things go. And this accelerates that process. So keeping that in mind, so we begin with chakra vibrations. Bring your awareness to the perineum. As we squeeze at the perineum with our mental focus there, we press on the little finger with the thumb corresponding to the earth element, and we do the sound lum. And this is something which we do audibly within ourselves. Take a deep breath in. Lum. Release the fingers and continue. Now bring the awareness an inch above the perineum, and this is behind the pubic area. And focusing there as we draw in the pubic area, we do VOM, the sound VOM, and we press on the ring finger with the thumb, and this corresponds to the water element in the body. VOM. Keep repeating it. Release the finger and continue. Last time. Now bring the awareness behind the navel in the middle of the body, and as we draw in at the navel, we do the sound Rum, pressing on the middle finger with the thumb. And this is the fire element that essentially modulates all the active parts of the body, including digestion, as well as all the systems that are processing automatically in the body, like your breathing and heart pumping and all of that. So take a deep breath in and Rum. Release the fingers, continue. Last time. Ram. Bring your awareness to the middle of the chest, in between the breasts, and focusing there, we do the sound yum. And this is considered the air element, the vitality that is running in the body. So here we press on the index finger, take a deep breath in, yum. 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 Release the finger one last time. Yum. One more time. Yum. Bring the awareness to the throat, and here we do hum. And this is the space element, hum. And we keep the thumbs up as we do this. Hum. Release the hands, continue. Now we bring our attention to the middle of the head. The specific point for focus, the best way to understand it, is bring your fingers right at the edge of your eyes. And from there, slide it straight backward till it hits the ear. So the two fingers, when they hit the ear, they are pointing right at the middle of the head, and this is approximately right behind the bridge of the nose. And from a yogic sense, we say it is right in the middle of the diagonal between the middle of the eyebrows and the medulla oblongata, which is at a lower level, right where the brainstem connects over there. So it is right in that spot where we are focused. And there we do the sound chum. And this is considered the seat of the consciousness in yoga, which actually is the program element that controls the 5 elements below that we are working with, the earth to the space that we did over the 5 chakras. So here it is simply the master controller that regulates all of them. So if the other 5 are cleared, this is only a question of a mild balancing. So here once again we keep the thumbs up as the hand position, and we do the sound chum. So take a deep breath in. Chum. Chum. Because we did a good job in the 5 below, that is okay. So release the hand. Let's do one more time. Chum. Chum. One last time. Chum. Chum. Now we bring our attention to the top of the middle of the head. And this is the connection beyond from the physical body right into the soul and Godhead. So here we do the sound focused here, Om. So take a deep breath in and again thumbs up. Because the thumbs up is what connects to the space element. Release the hand, continue. Last time. Now we are ready to go on to the Ujjayi Pranayama, what we call as the happy face breathing. It is really about what we call in a physiological sense the vagal stimulation that enables the brain to better assess what is needed in each part of the body and correspondingly ensure there is proper distribution of energy to satisfy the needs of the various parts of the body. So it is helping to improve the communication from each part of the body into the brain. So how do we do it? This we do. For those of you who do it regularly, you can start the practice. For those of you who need instructions, we do this by having a slight sucking sensation as we inhale and exhale in slow, deep breaths only through the nostrils, keeping the mouth firmly shut. So, but the thing is, it has to be done without any strain whatsoever. An easy way to get the sucking sensation with minimal effort is to focus at the bottommost part of the mouth and make a big smile with the cheeks coming out. If the cheeks are coming out in a big smile, you'll find a slight stretch in the bottommost part of the mouth. Focus on that stretch and do slow, deep inhalation and exhalation and observe the slight sucking sensations. So please continue. That was the inhalation. Now the exhalation. You can see how slow it is. Asha Segal, your sensations are not being strong enough. You may want to try to see how it works a little better. Continue. As we continue this happy face breathing, let's go on to the shoulder rotations. As you inhale, lift up the shoulders. Exhale, rotate it back and slowly bring it down. A good way to ensure that you're doing it right is you can have your palms right on your knees as you're seated on the chair. As you inhale, lift up the shoulders and observe the palm lifts and the tips of your fingers are sliding along your thighs as you roll the shoulder backward. And when it is fully rolled backward, place the palms fully on the upper thigh. And as you exhale, slowly slide the palms as you come forward to the knees. So this way you can keep a physical movement along with the breath. Inhale. Exhale. Last shoulder rotation. Bring your hands into your chest, palms together. And as you inhale, look up and raise your hands up. You're doing the same Ujjayi Pranayama. And as you exhale, bring the hands around and slowly bring this back to the chest. So continue the same Ujjayi breathing, the happy face breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Remember to keep your eyes closed and observe within whenever you don't need to see what I'm doing. This is the last exhalation. Now make a fist, bend at the wrist and bring the fist into the chest and chin down. And we do the same breathing with the mild sucking sensation. Inhale, open out the palms, making the palm perpendicular to the forearms, and stretch it out as you inhale, looking up. And as you exhale, make the fist again, bend at the wrist, bring your chin down, and bring the fist right into the chest. Continue. Last exhalation. Now interlock the fingers and bring your knuckles behind the head. Take a deep breath in and pull out the elbows backward and feel the shoulder expand. And as you exhale, twist to one side, inhale, come back. Exhale, twist the other way, inhale, come back, and continue. Last exhalation, inhale, come back. Get hold of the elbows behind the head. And as you exhale, pull on one elbow, inhale, come back up. Exhale, pull on the other elbow, inhale, come back up, and continue. Last exhalation. Inhale, come back, release. Now we can go on to a quick neck exercise where we do only 360 degrees around the neck. If you have any neck related issue, be very gentle and try not to come forward too much. So for those who are okay with the neck, exhale, bring the chin to the chest. Inhale, half a circle, and exhale, complete the circle, and continue. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Now let's go reverse. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Now we are ready to go on to our spinal twist. In this practice, As we exhale, we do the sound ah as we move to one side, first to the right, and then the same way with ah, we go to the left, and then with the same sound ah, we go backward. When you go backward, you can just seated on the chair go that way, or if you want to do it more, you can. And the fourth exhalation, we bring the chin downward and we do this humming sound like kind of sound, the ma sound. So these are the four positions, and a gentle way to do is to keep your hand right in the lowermost part of the ribs behind you so that you cannot overstretch in either direction or the back. But if you want to do with free hand, you're welcome to do so, but please be careful not to overstretch when you go that way. And when you go backward, if you want to do with a free, larger motion, you can put your hands on your seat, and you can, as you stretch up, you can lift up your hips right from the seat itself. But that's a little more aggressive. Be careful. You should do it only within your capacity. Okay? So let's begin with the first exhalation. Take a deep breath in. Ah. Second, to the left. Ah. Next breath to the back. Ah. Chin to the chest. In the second round, we will do twice in each direction. That means 2 breaths. Take a deep breath in. Second breath. To the left. Second breath. To the back. Second breath. Chin to the chest. Second breath. Third round, we do 3 times in each direction to the right. Third time. To the left. Third time. To the back. To the last time. Chin to the chest. Third time. Now we can cross one leg over the opposite thigh, and here again we will do 3 or 4 breaths, and with each breath we will focus at the perineum, and as we squeeze at the perineum we will do the sound lum as we exhale, and we pull the knee towards the opposite shoulder as we turn the head the other side. So we'll do like this for 3 to 4 breaths. Take a deep breath in. Lum. Second time. Lum. Again. Last time. You can feel the hips being pulled up. So again, we do the other side, same way. Last time. Now we can straighten ourselves. Observe how you feel after the twisting the spine. Now we will do the sound ah or om, whichever you feel vibrates better with you, and feel how the vibration resonates through the whole body. We'll do it 3 times with 3 breaths. Take a deep breath in. Now we are ready to stand up, and those of you who have balance issues, you can remain seated. Those of you who are standing, keep your feet shoulder width apart or slightly wider. And make sure the inside of the feet is parallel to each other. And get your hands to your hips behind you. And as you inhale, push on one hand, and this is for people who are seated or standing. Push on one hand and make a backward arch, leaning towards the side where you're pushing with the hand. Exhale, come up. Inhale, push on the other hand and lean that way. Make the backward arch. Exhale, come up, and continue. Observe the sensations in the legs as well. Look at the sensations in the legs, the hips, the buttocks. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Now, bring your hands behind the back and get hold of your elbows or wherever you can reach. Taking a deep breath in, lift up the chin, pull back the shoulders, and lean backwards. And stay there, inhaling and exhaling, and observe the stretch all along the spine. And you can feel the sensations from the feet to the back of the head. Inhale and exhale into the stretch. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, slowly come up. Keep the chin up, and with each exhalation, lean forward, pulling back the shoulder and keeping the chin up so that the back does not bend. You're only bending from the hips. Observe the sensations of the stretch from the hips to the feet. Inhale and exhale into the stretch. And with each exhalation, come down a little bit more. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, release the hands and try to hold your ankles if you can reach them. If you cannot reach the ankle, hold your legs wherever you can. But don't bend your knees. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, release the right hand and swing to the left and hold both the hands to your left ankle. And as you inhale, come back. And as you exhale, swing to the right and hold the right ankle with both your hands. Inhale, come back. And continue this, swinging to the left and right. With each exhalation, you swing. Inhale, you come back. Last exhalation. Inhale, come back. Now, place the palms on the floor, and if they don't reach, bend at your knees so that palms are firmly on the floor. And as you inhale, push on the palms. Exhale, bring the weight back to the feet. So you can rock forward and backward. Last inhalation forward, exhalation back to your feet. Get hold of your ankle. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, keeping the chin up, pull down as much as you can. And take another deep breath in and drop your head in between your knees. And inhale, come up. Now we will go around the hips. So those of you who are standing, bring your hands to your hips. And those of you who are sitting, if you can hold a chair and stand up, you can do this. Inhale, half a circle coming forward. Exhale, twist around and go backward. And continue. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Let's go reverse. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Now, let's go on to take our seat and we will do the alternate nostril breathing. Begin inhalation from the left nostril, exhale to the right, inhale to the right, exhale to the left, and carry on for about 6 breaths, and then we will go on to the spinal mantra. Now we can go on to the spinal mantra once you complete the last exhalation to the left nostril. We do the 7 mantras from the feet and ankle to the knees to the lowermost part of the spine, which is in between the buttocks and the back, and then the lumbar spine, the thoracic spine, the cervical spine in the neck, and then in the back of the head, in the very top, called the Shikha point. The mantra for the feet and neck are the same, that is Aim. Now let us begin from the feet and ankle with mantra Aim, moving to knees where we vibrate Shim, and move on to the base of the spine where we do Jim. Aim, Shim, Jim. Aim, Shim, Jim. I'm Shim 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 Jim. Now we move from the base of the spine to the lumbar region, then to the thoracic or the back region of the spine with Jim, Jime, Haim. So let's go. Jim, Jime, Haim. 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 Now we move from the thoracic spine to the spine and the neck to the back of the head with Haim, Aim, Om. Let's go. Haim, Aim, Om. 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 Now we do all the 7 mantras in sequence, starting from the feet and ankle. Aim, Shim, Jim, Jime, Haim, Aim, Om. 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 I'm 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 Shim Jim Jam Ham I'm 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 Om. Now we can go on to our 3 rounds of Bhastrika. So our Bhastrika is simply deep breathing, full exhalation and complete inhalation. So let's begin with exhalation, and you can use your shoulder and hand movement to make the movement and breathing more efficient and more complete. More complete exhalation, more complete inhalation. So exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 13. Exhale. 14. Exhale. 15. Exhale. 60. Exhale. 70. Exhale. 80. Exhale. 90. Exhale. 20. Exhale. 21. Exhale. Now take a slow, but now we do a Ujjayi Kumbhaka followed by Brahmari. Take a deep breath in. Hold the breath. Brahmari. Let's go on to the second round. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. exit. 8, exit. 9, exit. 10, exit. 11, exit. 12, exit. 30, exit. 40, exit. 50, exit. 60, exit. 70, exit. 80, exit. 90, exit. 20, exit. Ujjayi Kumbhaka followed by Bhramari. Now let's get ready for the last round of Bhastrika. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 30. Exhale. 40. Exhale. 50. Exhale. 60. Exhale. 70. Exhale. 80. Exhale. 90. Exhale. 20. Exhale. Ujjayi Kumbhaka followed by Bhramari. Now we can get ready for meditation. Make sure you're seated comfortably with good back support and spine straight. And you can keep the hands in any open meditative position and mentally tell yourself, I give up all ideas and concepts and I care about nothing. I let go of everything. I let go of everything. I let go of everything. As you let go of everything, feel a lightness come into you. If you have a preferred method of meditation, you can do it. If not, visualize a rising vibration from the lower part of the sternum, going through you and out of the top of the head. And you visualize that vibration movement as 3 syllables. Haim M-O, Haim M-O, Haim M-O. And as you do that, we will have Om playing in the background. Mentally affirm to yourself, may I be guided to fulfill the purpose for which I am born into this body. Become aware of the senses from the top of the head all the way down to the bottom of the feet. And before you're ready to open your eyes, raise the palm of your hands and bring it a few inches in front of your face. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, gently open your eyes and look straight into the palm of your hands. With that, we end the session today and we will see you all tomorrow. Namaste.
Namaste, namaste.